Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Bradwater stream. But first, it's time for What's in the Lunchbox?
What's in the lunchbox? Can you guess? I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. You never get a clue. Would you like a clue? It is a discarded piece of the outfit that I had on Friday. It was just added extra. I didn't purchase it to be part of the outfit, but it came with parts of the outfit and didn't match the outfit that it was, but it is part of the items that I bought, and then I didn't use that part. That sentence? What do you think it is in the lunchbox today? A flashing bracelet, a pink bow, a pink strap-on, cufflinks. What could it be? A tiara, pink glasses, a used thong, which was part of the outfit that I did use, or hairpins.
Fist of the Walrus.
What do you think it was, guys? I can tell you this much. The answer is on there. Someone did type the correct answer. The answer is on there. If you guess it correctly, I will give a streamer of your choice from a shortlist 10 gift subs. We're bringing it back. The winners. Insider trading with my friends. The answer is on there. What do you think, guys? 10 gift subs to a streamer of your choice. A wonderful and surprise gift. You think it's a tiara? I think a flashing bracelet, a pink bow, a pink strap-on, a tiara, and hairpins would all be fine as part of Elle's outfit. Those would all be fine. A used thong was part of the outfit, which leaves cufflinks and pink glasses really were the only viable options on there. And they only got 5 votes. You gotta think before you vote, guys. Gary, it was pink glasses. All along. So close, guys. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It is me. Hi everyone, and welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Hi everyone. Today we're going to be. Hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are going to. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. It actually looks really cool. The world looks better through these. I kind of want to keep them on. Again. I'm sitting down because I've done too much physical activity today. I did a workout and I went 100%. I haven't done 100% workout yet. I did a 100% workout. And then I added an extra couple of steps on the end. And then I went for a walk. And I had to walk even further than normal. And I came back and was like, I'm sitting down. I've decided I shall be sitting down today. Thank you very much. For my body is weak and broken. It feels good to be able to work out again. I hate working out, by the way. My problem is starting. It's the motivation to just do it. It's at 0. It's in minus figures so much. The only thing I can do is get it into a routine, kinda. If I can get it into basically if I can weaponize my OCD a little bit and put it into my daily routine, then I can do it. But it is fucking the most annoying thing, trying to just, Oh, also, does this work? Spin wheels, here you go. I thought I'd put this on the screen for... Or not, where did it go? Didn't even click anything. Cool. Never mind. I was like, oh, well, I remember. Forget it. Doesn't matter. Nothing even happened. You probably didn't even see it. That broke so quickly. I'm now scared it's not going to work when we go on to the other screen. Hold on. Yeah, it does. There we go. Lux. The first sub towards the wheel spin. Tier 3, 57-month resubscriber, 367, 8, 9 days watched in a row. Flat out, full-blown stalker. Would you like me to send you a locket of my hair, Lux? I'll do it. I'll do it. You can make a little... Would it be weird if you made a little shrine of me? Discord never went off. That explains where everyone is. How do we reset that thing, Lux? You know how to do that? Is it crazy how I don't? Oh yeah, it didn't. She already has one. DM in Saturday game is letting us use the Bastion system to have a base. I've no idea what that is. Bastion, the video game? She already has one. What if I just make one signed poster of myself and send it to Lux? Like A1 sized. To my #1 fan. I love that Lux's primary job in this channel is to defend me from stalkers, you know? Who better to employ than one of them? Use the stones to destroy the stones. Wax Stevens in here with 94 months of sarcasm and hyperbole. My mum would be so proud. Just kidding. Yeah, your mum's never been proud of you for anything. You fucking disgrace. You wastrel. That's not. I have no idea, by the way, if she is proud or not of him. Can I get one for the number 2 fan? No, you fucking freak. You're just a normal stalker, you creep. Bastion is basically a system in the new DMG for players to have a home base the PC can do home to... PCs can go home to between adventures and do stuff for them in the background. You really fell apart at the end of that sentence, Gary. I wasn't even trying to read it out. Gary style. I'm too tired. But I got it. I understood it. A t-shirt. What if we made a t-shirt of just Gary's sayings and we gave all of the money to Gary? He doesn't need any money. What am I talking about? He's the richest person in here. Weaponized stalker, yeah. I mean, if I'd got a locket, that would be the cutest thing ever because I'm a Lux locket. I mean, she actually genuinely wants me to buy her fucking jewelry, guys. I mean, such a stalker move. Oh, if only it was a wedding ring. Oh. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if you got me a wedding ring. With a promise on the inside. Because you said it! I don't want it, you said it! Uh-huh. We believe you, don't we, chat? She's furious right now. Not only has she failed to fix the bot, failed me. Ugh. Failed senpai. But we've also turned the light onto her. Which I rarely do, because I know how much it kills her to become the... Kujio's on it? Wow, Kujio's around? Kujio's like... what the... You know, like in an old western, there'll be like the old gun who's like retired and sitting on a porch. He's probably played by Sam Elliott. He's played by Booster Greg. And he's sitting on a porch somewhere smoking a cigar, playing a little banjo. Playing a little acoustic guitar. And every now and then we're like, we don't know how to deal with the ancient tech. And we have to go and get him. He's like, oh, I'll deal with it then. God damn it, these kids these days can't do nothing without my help. Speaking of standing up, I did some chick shit. Who wants to know about the chick shit I did? Well, who? Who wants to know? Do any of you want to know about the chick shit I did? Bought some gems. We guessing? We guessing what chick shit I did? What chick shit did Braid do? Bought some gems. Crystals. It's alright, son. I'll do it myself. What else do you think I did? What's some chick shit that I did? Pilates. Continue to wear the thong. Stealth Infinity Nikki. Start moisturizing. Yeah, fuck it. New makeup routine. Horoscope. Brazilian wax. Yoga in the park with Liam. Me and Liam were going to go and join a yoga class and then I got really unwell. I mean, we still probably will. I've been doing yoga. Does that count as Pilates? I don't know what Pilates is. What else is on there? Let's have a look. Should we look up a horoscope after this as well? We can do yoga. The teacher is hot. Well, you should have led with that. The fact that you did not lead. Send me a picture of her immediately. I won't show it on stream. It's intense yoga and not relaxing at all. How do you know? Second stalker activated. Penny's been watching me for weeks. Go to yoga. You think it's start moisturizing? Guys, look at me. What do you mean start moisturizing? Look at this. You think I don't moisturize? You think I'm just a basic ashy white guy? How dare you? I would never play Infinity Nikki. Not if you paid me money. Oh, that's what Pilates is? Intense yoga? Okay. I thought you were like referencing hot yoga. I drink through a straw. No, what I did was I purchased a new hoodie. And I specifically bought a large. I actually forgot that I bought this in large. And it arrived and I put it on and I was like, oh no, I'm losing weight again. But I bought it in large just to be my comfy sit around in the house hoodie. It's really long. It's a big hoodie, man. It's for a giant man. And it's so comfortable. And I put it on and was like, oh no. I did chick shit. This is my boyfriend's hoodie. I put on my boyfriend's hoodie. This is where we reveal that I'm actually 5'4". Doesn't that make you like 5'3"? Yeah, I put it on and was like, my first thought was, oh no, I've lost weight. And then I was like, oh no, I bought this in big because on the day I was like, I should buy it. I don't know why. I think I put on a hoodie and it was like fit me perfectly. And I was like, this is actually not comfortable to sit around in. I don't know how to explain that. Does that make sense to anyone else? When you're sitting around, you want the hoodie to be a little loose fitting. If you're going out, or you're wandering about, or you've got to go and do something, a form-fitting hoodie is correct. Sitting around, you want it to be kind of loose, right? And I was like, what if I just buy a hoodie specifically designed for me to just lounge around in? My Saturday hoodie. So I bought this hoodie for that reason. But it is exceptionally big. It's sort of slightly too big, but I'm okay. I mean, you know, who cares? Not like I fucking ever get observed apart from here. In fact, I get observed all the time. What am I talking about? It's my literal job. Let's have a look at the horoscopes then. February the 2nd, 2025. Cancer. Apt. A friend might drop by and want you to keep them company while they runs errands. Cancer. This might be a good idea. Not only for the diversion from routine, but also because something might happen in the course of these short journeys that points you in a new and very positive direction. Your mind could suddenly be flooded with ideas. Make the most of it. You have a great connection to the universe, but sometimes you need to just stop and listen. Well, which is it? I mean, this sounds horrible. I have one friend that lives nearby, and he's already stopped by. If anything, I made him run an errand with me. It was the other way round. Liam's not a Cancer. I don't know. I know when his birthday is, but I don't know what that means. If I had to guess, what would he be? Leo? How do you know the different ones? I don't care anymore. Well, I guess we have to wait and see. See if anyone drops by. You're a Scorpio? Of course you are. Isn't that one literally a scorpion? A fucking absolutely psychopathic, pure, solid evil creature. Makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense, I think, chat. I'm a crab. Crabs are cute. I watched an interview with the cast of Severance. It just came up on my TikTok and I was like, oh, it's the cast of Severance. I want to see what they're talking about in real life. And one of them just kept mentioning bags of crabs. They were like, what's your favorite meal? And he was like, a bag of crabs. And they were like, what would you bring to a funeral? And he was like, probably a bag of crabs. And it made me laugh so much. What one do you think it was, Annie? You had to guess. It was out of Milkshake, Mark, Helly, and Dylan. Which one was it? Jumpers and hoodies needs to be at least a size or two bigger than the actual size, correct? Well, kind of. Depends if you're a boy and you need to go and play football. Or like Dylan. Love it. It was Adam Scott. No, it was Dylan. It was so random. Also, the actor that plays Helly is in a circus. She's so weird and cool in real life. What is her name? I've never seen her in anything in my life. Britt Lauer. Circus.
What's going on in the world of Severance is very strange and weird, but what I really celebrate about you is that in between seasons of Severance, you have maybe chosen something even stranger and weirder, which is you have joined the circus.
That's right.
Okay. We're not currently doing a bit or exaggerating. You joined a physical circus.
Accurate.
Okay. How does one even go about getting into a circus?
Well, I directed a film in 2019 called Circus Person.
Okay.
A
Circus
film
Person is
about
the name of my next
someone who
campaign.
runs away to the circus.
Okay, gotcha.
And in the process of developing that into a feature film, I've gotten to know the circus community.
Made some contacts?
Yep, I made some contacts. And I joined a circus after season 1 hiatus, and after season 2 hiatus, I joined the Shoestring Circus.
Just
Shoestring
confirmed
Circus.
season 3, by the
And
way.
what are you? It does seem to me you're sitting
at
on
her.
an awning with a lute. Is that near enough?
That's a ukulele.
A ukulele. Okay.
She's so
and
cool.
I'm
What the
wearing
fuck?
an homage to Freddie Mercury because my character's name was Queen.
Okay, gotcha. That's your circus name.
This particular character.
gotcha.
That was her title and her first name,
Okay, gotcha.
Queen.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm sitting on the awning there as the audience is arriving. And so this
She's a
circus
LARPer.
was in Bellingham, Washington. And as I was looking at the map, I was like, Bellingham, that sounds so familiar. And it turns out it's one of the files that we're refining
On Severance.
on Severance.
Wow.
It's called Bellingham. And so I called Dan
No one's
Erickson,
seen
the
Severance
creator
in
of
the
show, and I was
audience, so
like,
they
does
don't know
this
what that
have
means. They're not
significance?
interested at
And
all.
it turns out Bellingham is the town he went to college in.
Oh my God.
And
So is that at that point are you like, well, I'm obviously an innie in real life too?
yes,
Like, yeah.
exactly.
Oh my God,
Everything-
how embarrassed would your innie be to discover things about your outie, you know? Yeah, he's an absolute fucking loser who sits by himself playing Marvel Rivals and cries at Demon Slayer. Get in the elevator, you know?
Hey, Bride.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit.
You made me watch it. You made me watch that whole show in a week. And now I watched it and talk about it and you're all like, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck about anything you're saying. Are you serious right now? I'm wearing a big hoodie like a girl. You can't be mean to me. I'll cry. And do like a sad face and make you feel bad about what I probably did to you that you retaliated about and then made me cry about, and now I'm crying, so I'm going to somehow reflect it back on you because I'm a chick now. Somehow, no matter what, you're always the bad guy because I'm just going to fucking and cry about it and win. Automatic win. So fuck you. I'm in a big hoodie. I'm in my boyfriend's hoodie. Lux is like, who is this man? I will find him. Have you actually done it? This is the person. Liam, no. Liam. I mean, good enough. Maybe not. Actually, I scrolled down. Oh, for our town, that is a 10. Yeah, that is a 10. Yeah, nothing but goblins and gremlins in this town. It's absolutely insane. Like every single person, this is so awful that we do this, but honestly, if you lived here, you'd understand it because it is crazy. We honestly believe that the pipeline, like the sewage pipeline ends here, and it must be like radioactive, or there's got to be something in the water here because the people here are mutant. Some of them are so mutated. It's like, you know, like when you see like meth cities and you're like, everyone there just looks insane. Every drug addict looks fucking crazy. We have a scale now where you scale them based on, and it isn't like, oh, they're ugly. They're actually a monster. Like they literally look mutant. It's crazy. It's not like, I would never just be like, that person's ugly, because that's not cool, you know? I generally don't think people are ugly. I think people are interesting looking. And then you tip over the scale into mutant. Like there is straight up, like we're in Fallout, I guess, because that thing is about to pick up a club and start killing people. It is fucking crazy how some people, the way people look here. And we scale them based on 1 to 10. Well, I do it walking along. If I just pop to Tesco, you will see 1 or 2 people that you're just astonished that someone looks like that and is a human being still. It's fucking nuts. You see a super mutant and you're like, what the fuck? And then I rate them in my head and just see how many 10s I can find in a week, you know? 10 is like the most mutant thing you've ever seen in your entire life. It's fucking weird. Serrated teeth, gang. Hills have eyes shit. Yeah, like for real, it's that kind of level. Let me just... Guys, this is going to be the stream for the next month. 2 months. 3 months. 4 months? Whack. I've got a lot of work to do for Table Story, and I'm working on multiple different projects. And so every now and then I get a message and I have to be like, oh, let me just quickly send this message over while I can, because gotta do it, you know. Gotta be done. Can you like just can you just be busy? Can you busy yourselves for a second? Most streamers will stop midstream to take care of work. This is my work. What is everyone's favorite color? Alright. You know what we could do? Just play D&D.
Returning back to Badgerbrook, a tavern sounds just right. Relieve some stress and find some rest, partaking in delight. Instead unknown and eidolon, demanded is their time. A bandit raid, a mother laid, a lie with purchase found. Of court and drew the former slave, the latter turned around. 4-on-4 with howling roar, Rochelle joins the fray. With better calls prepared for all, what is there to say? Leary Rice, the hero's light, engrossed the tavern floor. Spin the wheel, seal the deal, roll the dice once more. Rice, Leary Rice, the hero's light, throughout the endless night. With bow and skull and truth unfold, ready for the fight. Roll the dice, let winds entice, as legend becomes lore. Find your score with help in store, that's what friends are for.
My computer is crashing and I blame Retrosphere. He is being annoying and bullying me in here. My computer is crashing and I blame Retrosphere. Why don't you stop bullying me and go back to making beer? Alright, we got some upkeep to do first before we get into it. Because we've got some XP to give out. Haven't we? Now I've got to calculate all of these creatures' XP. What do we have? One thug. Thank you so much for the subs. Peoples. Elux Locket. Elux wedding ring. She wishes she was called Elux wedding ring now. Damn, I fucked up. We have 2 new things on the spin wheel this week. Every sub goes towards spinning the wheel. You can get a 10% boost on Diablos, or you can level up the companion. Or a companion. But we've got to figure out... First, I've got to calculate how much stuff you got. Right, we got a tug. A little tug. Who doesn't love a little tug? There's my calculator. And then you had a veteran. You defeated a veteran. Which is going to be an astonishing amount of XP, I think. It was pretty high CR. And then you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bandits. You get 487 XP. You have 1,773 plus 4,000... God, what did I say? An 87? So you've not leveled up. Thank God. 2,200. and 60 XP. You're getting there. All right, there we go. Damn. Anonymous coming in. Thank you, Anonymous. For 10 more subscribers. Look how excited he is to get all these subs. Okay, first of all, don't do that shit. Okay? It's literally the most traumatizing thing for me because that's what my dad used to do to me when I was younger. When I would get a gift and I'd be like, oh, this is really cool, thank you. And they'd be like, you have to be more excited. You have to be more excited. And then I would be like, okay, so you want me to be fake and shitty to you? You want me to lie to your face? Is that what you want? So you want me to be like, oh my God, thank you so much. And just fucking lie to you all and be like one of those fake streamers who just does all this shit pretending for the camera for you? Is that what you want? You fucking piece of shit? Or can I just be myself? Or am I allowed to be myself on my own channel? Okay? Second of all, I was doing math. Do you know how hard that is for me to do? I had to do math. I can't do math and also be a streamer. Time them out till tomorrow. Time them out till tomorrow. See you later. Learn your fucking place, you scum. I hate the internet, dude. I want a new job. This is why I don't want to be on this fucking camera anymore. Ruining everyone's fun immediately, you people. Instantly. Get rid of him. I don't want to see that fucking disgusting name in here again. Shadow, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Alright, so these guys are all done. What else did I need to do? I feel like there was something else I needed to do. Am I crazy? Guess not. We begin. Guys, the tavern is on fire. Drew is dead. Cara the Silent, Lyri, and Lancelot have all defended the tavern. From the onslaught of bandits, the Martin's Free Men, the Bandit King, Watson the Box, also known as Martin Freeman, attacked the tavern, setting fire to the thatch roof of the tavern. During the combat, Lyri received a new curse, which was that, was it a curse? What was it? That fire heals you? Was it a curse? Did I not write it down? Was it an item? No. Oh, it was a potion. That's right. Fire currently heals you. I think for a couple of hours. So, in a spark of brilliance, you as a group decided to set fire to the inside of the tavern so that it would heal you, smashing a bottle of oil on the ground, the oil spreading and sending the fire across the ground. Now, the wooden floor of the tavern, the wooden tables, and the sort of thatch roof of this place are all now engulfed in flame. The flame on the inside is beginning to steadily spread and pick up. It is becoming a roaring fire. You must now figure out a way to extinguish the fire, but first we're going to spin the wheel. Thanks to Lux, Shadow, and a creeping anonymous one. The anonymous one. What do we get? An encounter. Gold! Roll me a D20, chat. Let's go. Oh wait, don't roll me one because I haven't started the bot. Got to start the bot. Hold up. Won't do anything. It won't do nothing. Wish I could spell the word dice. After 38 years of life, you'd think I'd have at least the ability to spell the word dice. Alright, go! Exclamation point, roll D20 in the chat room, and we'll take the first number. That is how much gold you will get. $9 gold! Let's see. What is 4 plus 9? 13, 63. Did I get that right? Am I dumb? No. 163 gold pieces in total. You need to spin the wheel to get a merchant. Let's see if you can get another wheel spin. You teleport away. Immediately abandoning Lindor and his tavern. Let's see where you end up. The Fallen Star, the Crystal Cavern, the Whispering Winds, or the Offering Tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3. The Whispering Winds. God, I'm incredibly underprepared for this. I've got to bring up the old Where did I save it? The Whispering Wind. Oh wait, this isn't it. Oh, okay. It was this, I remember. You are teleported away and find yourselves once again on the cliffs. Outside of Badgerbrook, near the seashore. You immediately hear a strange sound, I think. And I think I have some good sounds for this one. I think I have the perfect sound effect. As you appear, suddenly the spell wind picks up. Leary, Snotflap, and Lancelot ported away, appear on the edge of the cliff sides. No real idea as to where they are. In fact, why not make me a survival check? You have a +2 to survival. Let's see if you can figure out where you're at. As the three characters suddenly appear, they sort of turn around to each other. Lancelot and Lyrie in particular looking quite disturbed at the fact that they've suddenly abandoned the unfortunate situation at the Crossroads Tavern. A 17 +2. Looking around in the very far distance, figuring out and basing their perspective on the ocean being here and in the distance being able to sight some of the spires of the castle that sits at the height of Badgerbrook on those cliffs, and some parts of the town. Lyrie is able to sort of calculate that they're roughly here on the map, a day's travel, maybe two, from the Crossroads. They've ported too far away, explaining that hurriedly to Lancelot and Snotflap, but the air begins to fill with the sound of these strange whispers. The faint whispers carried along on the ocean breeze. There are a few trees that are kind of swaying, and as they sway, these whispers carried through them fill the air. Listening intently, the three characters kind of look at each other, looking around for something that suggests what might be whispering at them. They see nothing. You see nothing other than this cliffside, the ocean below, and in the very far distance, across some sort of cliffs and mountainsides, rolling hills, fields and meadows, you can see Badgerbrook. Nothing to suggest what could be whispering here. I guess first, make me a history check, chat. Let's see if you can figure out an element to these whispers. You have a -1 to your history check. This is an int-based check. This is an entirely procedurally generated campaign that we play on Sundays, which means I was incredibly underprepared for this. But that's what it is. That's the fun.
That's the fun. Don't you see?
We take the second roll, we can flush out all of the old rolls that way. A 15. -1 to a history. So a 14. You can actually recognize some of the sounds of this being an old dialect of Dwarvish, is what Lyrie is able to figure out. Let's get an Arcana check from you guys as well. -1's your Arcana. -1. As you look about. Do I have like a cliffs? I think I do somewhere in here, right? For us to look at. We're back. We're so back, baby. Standing and listening intently, Lyri says, "See if you can make out anything." Lancelot says, I don't really know what dwarves are, but I'll try. Snotflap says,
Well, they're tasty is what dwarves is. If we can catch one, we can eat it.
really, it kind of falls to Lyri here to see if you can pick out any distinct phrases. A 13. So 2 passes means that you do pick up some phrases that are being spoken. In Dwarvish, you hear, "The seal is breaking." The seal is breaking. You hear, "We are bound in the wind." We are bound in the wind. And you hear, "The hollow one stirs." The hollow one stirs. Let's have a perception check from you guys as well. You have a +4 to perception, I believe, because you have the Cloak of the Hunter on at the moment. You have no potion equipped, Cloak of the Hunter, Mantle of Spell Resistance, and Spare the Dying. I'll give you an opportunity to equip some stuff in a minute. A perception check first, however. Please, and if you do not mind. Please, and if you do not mind. An 11 +4, 15. The wind is strongest towards the sort of northeast of where you've landed. It's a part of the cliffside and the valley here where the path that is used to traverse through the area reconnects. Lyri kind of points towards the path, and the 3 make their way over to the path, reconnecting to it, following the sort of sense of where the wind might be coming from or where the wind picks up in strength. Lyri looks towards the northeast and is able to make out in the distance a collapsed dwarven watchtower sitting at the roadside, hanging over the edge of the cliff here. I guess I'll ask the question. Head towards the collapsed dwarven... Well, you know what? I'll just put, like, where to go. Collapsed dwarven watchtower. Continue on the road north. Head south. Into the ocean. Go west. Off-road it. Go east. Voice is yours, chat. It's yours, as always. Side quest accepted. Heading to the collapsed dwarven watchtower. Is the side quest accepted? There we go. Current quest is investigate the Whispering Winds. The Whispering Winds. Following the wind along the path leads you to an overgrown... Well, the overgrown remains of a very ancient looking but distinctly dwarven masoned watchtower. Long abandoned, stones weathered from being sat on the edge of a cliff for so very long. But you sort of make out these faint carvings of swirling gusts and a roaring dwarf with a horn that have been carved sort of intricately into parts of the side of this tower. The base of the tower, however, is constantly howling with this unnatural wind sound. It's rattling some of the stones that are loose. It's sending the sort of natural sound of the wind is passing in through this tower and then creating this horrible whining howl sound that is coming out through this tower as you get close enough. Roll me an investigation check as you approach. Let's see what you've got. -1. -1. Investigation check, please. You have -1. 3 characters sort of slowly approaching this tower. A 17. Man, you guys are rolling well, huh? Getting a little closer and sort of surveying without getting too close, Lyri starts to look about the area. And you know what? Before we do anything else, I'll give you the opportunity to equip stuff here. Your spell scroll is Spare the Dying. There's no changing that. You can, if you want, equip a different potion and some different items. I guess we'll do potion first. Let me pull it up on this page. And give you the option to equip into the potion slot. You have the options of Neutralize Poison Potion, Potion of Giant Strength, Potion of Water Breathing, Tonic of Kingdom Hearts, the Potion of Hovering, the Elixir of Mistletoe Charm, the Potion of Gift Wrapped Illusion, the Potion of Itch Resistance, the Tanglefoot Special Reserve, 1 tin of Foster's Beer. That's it. Which potion would you like to equip? sip in the reserve as the tavern burns. What are you going with? The elixir of mistletoe charm. The potion makes the drinker irresistibly charming, gaining advantage on charisma checks for 1 hour. So this isn't the potion that you're drinking. I mean, you can drink it if you want. This is simply what is equipped. Currently. You currently also have the Cloak of the Hunter equipped, which gives you advantage or expertise on stealth and perception checks, and you have the Mantle of Spell Resistance, which I can't remember what it does. You have advantage on saving throws against spells. If you'd like, you can switch that out for one of the other magical items that you have. Switch. Magic item. Yes. No. The choice is yours. Before you approach this dwarven tower. As of course we've decided to start the day with a teleport. Bringing us away from the tavern that is currently burning down. And instead activating a completely random side quest. The Whispering Winds DLC. Thank you very much for the subs. Every 10 subs we spin the wheel, causing random things to happen. Such as being teleported away again. Yes, you would like to swap out an item. Alright, which item unequip? Jesus. Cloak of the Hunter or the Mantle of Spell Resistance? Or both? The Mantle of Spell Resistance will be unequipped. That seems like a fine idea, I would say. Who needs a Mantle of Spell Resistance when you're encountering an ancient magical tower? And you would like to equip in its place the Amulet of Warmth, the Amulet of the Undaunted, the Frostheart Orb, the Ring of Granite Grasp, the Beads of Force, the Seashell Amulet, the Ornament of Fire, the Lantern of Revealing, and the Wand of Magic Missiles are your options. Which item would you like to equip? What do you want to equip? It's split between the Ring of Granite Grasp and the Lantern of Revealing. Can anyone break the tie? The Ring of Granite Grasp. Unequipped, Mantle of Spell Resistance. Equipped is the Ring of Granite Grasp, which gives you advantage to being pushed prone. Actually, it was given to us by a dwarven ghost, so that will give us lots of help here. You hope so. You hope. I'm sure it will really help, you guys. It's definitely going to help, right? Actually, it has secret lore reasons that will benefit us. Okay. If you say so. The level of copium you people play with. Cope. Alright. Let's continue. Cautiously approaching the ruined watchtower, Lyri takes a look over the inscriptions and the carvings. With your investigation check, I can't remember what number you rolled, but it was a pass. Hidden beneath some ivy covered stone, Lyri recognizes a binding seal. A magical seal sits across the entranceway to this watchtower. I'm going to need another Arcana check, please. I believe this is also a -1. Yes. Exclamation point. Roll D20 in the chat room. With a -1 to this check. Take the second roll. Flush out all those old rolls, baby. A 5. The binding seal, this sort of abjuration spell that sits across the tower, is pretty alien to Lyri. Turning to Lancelot, Lyri says, I don't recognize this spell. It's certainly some sort of binding spell, but I don't know what. I guess we ask for the first time today. What does Lyri do? The choice is yours, chat. Suggestions. What do you do at this point? A watchtower ruined, covered in carvings, the binding seal, a spell cast across this thing. What do you do? Nothing. Hop in by the window. Long rest. Throw something at it to see what happens. It's a good point, actually. Your HP needs to be reduced by half. Which is 25, 26. Your HP is 58. What's half of 58? 26? As we round down. No. 29. Very helpful, Whack. Thanks. No. All right. Thanks. Cool. Useful. 28. Is that correct? Is that how much HP you're supposed to have? Throw snot flap in. Do we still have Martin max HP? Obviously not. That part of the game is over. You've left the tavern with a magical flurry of spell wind. It sounds exactly like that. Your stats return to how they were before the minigame. Is this it? These are the options. Okay, where you go. What does Lyri do? Long rest. Set a watchman? Yes. Lancelot. Yes. Snot flap. Yes. Lyri. No. Yes, Lancelot. Okay. Deciding this is a perfectly safe and appropriate place to take a long rest, Leary instructs Lancelot to keep an eye out while Leary and Snotflap set up a small camp area off to one side and try to take a little rest, a little long rest, a full 8-hour campsite setup. Let's have a perception check, and you can roll on behalf of Lancelot. Leary snoring. Snotflap snoring, teleporting every now and then in his sleep. Let's have a look at Lancelot's stats. He has a perception of +2. These recharge daily at dawn, so you've got no recharges on that yet. Actually, while we're here. Which Pokemon equipped? Lancelot? Snotflap. Rolled a 4. Equipping Snotflap. Why? Why have you chosen Snotflap? Because I said his things haven't recharged yet on Lancelot? Because you think you're going to successfully get a full long rest? Snotflap equipped. Lancelot is exhausted after the fighting at the tavern, holding off the opening to the tavern by himself. In a moment of exhaustion, being asked by Leary to stand watch overnight rather than Snotflap, who's fully rested, Lancelot begins to snooze as the exhaustion takes hold. Suddenly, there is a horrible sound. The air begins to take shape and form in 3 distinct places around the 3 sleeping party members, shifting into the shape of 3 dwarven spirits. They float ever closer to the party. Each of them in unison, reaching out, and attempting to touch the party. I believe it is time to roll some initiative. A cold sensation as these specters attack. My computer is freaking out about something. Making it very difficult to run a D&D episode. Lyri, Snotflap, and Lancelot, each awakening. Suddenly, having not completed a long rest, as 3 ghosts surround them. Let's go. What did Lyri get? For an initiative. Snotflap going on a 24. Damn. Damn, boy. Lyri. Got a 5. He rolled a 5 plus 3. Makes that an 8. Going last. Waking up. Snotflap goes first.
Oh shit! Dwarves! See-through dwarves! Why is they see-through?
Lancelot gets up and does the thing where he's battling with the ghost, but isn't really actually taking part in the video game. Lyri gets up a little too slow. Snotflap up immediately. Let's see. Launching the Warp Strike dagger on an 8 at one of these specters. The specter has an AC of 12. Throwing this thing at this dwarf. The dwarf's face shifting and snarling in a particularly malicious way. It kind of blurs to one side as the dagger flies past, clattering and landing on the stones at the edge of the cliff. The I guess Snotflap will... I'm gonna roll a D6 to determine where it landed. About as far away as it possibly could.
shit.
The dagger will land over here. That is... He can get to it. As he ports with his misty step to the dagger. That is the end of his turn. I think he's in a good position there. He'll stay there. Brings us to the Spectre's turn. This one chases after Snotflap. It launches itself at Snotflap. These guys are going to do some weird stuff now. Let's see. Hands reaching out, touching you, touching Snotflap. A life drain. On an 8, Snotflap is definitely not affected. He has 16 AC. This Spectre misses its attack. The second one is going to attempt to do the same thing here to Lyri. On a 6, that will be a miss too. And then another one. A 16. Lyri's AC is... Oh, you don't have any armor. That's right. Your leather armor was burned away. You are in fact naked. You are naked. You also do not have your portable campfire. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that as you teleported away, you just about managed to snatch up your pack with everything else in it. 17 means this 16 is a miss. It is now Lyri's turn. 2 dwarven ghosts flanking Lyri. 1 focused on Snotflap. What does Lyri do? You've had no long rest. Let's take a little look at what you have available to you. You are at full HP because your HP had been doubled and you didn't go under that. You have no second wind. You have no action surge. You have 19 silver-tipped arrows. You have healing hands. Oh, this is what this is. I wrote it in twice, I guess. Which will restore 3 HP on an action. And we're going to say that the panic to jump up, grab sword and shield allows you to grab. Really, this should be a surprise round. And you've gotten away with something here that I forgot about. So you're very lucky. Because you definitely were not aware of this attack about to happen. And this should have certainly been a surprise round. So we'll say you have sword and shield equipped right now. You have sword and board going on. So the options are attack with your melee weapon, one of the specters. Disengage and attempt to run away. Dodge, which will give them disadvantage to hit you. Potion of charisma. What is it? And you can't summon Diablos, right? You've already used that. So that's kind of it in terms of main things you can do. So what? Any other suggestions from the chat? Show them our dwarven ghost ring. Apologize to the dwarf ghosts and tell them about your dwarf ghost friend. Flee is disengage and run. Is either our bow or rapier magical? I believe the bow is. Double check. Pretty sure the bow is magical. The rapier is not. You just found it on the ground, right? Try to scare them with a boo. Swap to bow. Jesus. The computer's doing weird stuff today. It could be another one of those streams where it crashes halfway through. Shadow says, what if... what if we win D&D with money? Shadow said, what if, and what if we win D&D with money instead? Right, you're going to show them the Dwarven Ghost Ring. But first... we spin the wheel, courtesy of Shadow the Ret God and Shadow the Ret God. Single-handedly keeping my fridge stocked at the moment. Thank you, Shadow. Trapped. A wind trap suddenly lifts Lyri up into the air. A ball of wind spinning Lyri upwards. And in fact, as you're about to show the ring, you bring your hand up with the ring on it. This trap activates and you are sent spiraling upwards and caught in this ball of wind. Ironically, there is no air inside this wind. I need a strength saving throw as your action to attempt to break free of the wind trap. +3 to your strength save here. A +3, please. Otherwise, we have to go into the Sonic drowning music starts playing. How long does one hold their breath? What's the rule? A 16. Caught in this thing, Lyri breaks free of it. A display of strength. Falling to the ground, landing. Dismayed, disoriented, and confused. The trap is broken. The creature's still around you. The action has been forcibly consumed. Here. You have a bonus action, of which I do not believe you have anything that you can do. Because we're playing streamlined D&D. So you can run away if you would like. Run away? No. Is taking a potion a bonus action or an action? An action. What would you like to do? 2 ghosts either side of you. One rushing towards Snotflap. Split. Yes and no. Who can break the tie? Who can be drawn from Lurk? No. Samael and the Leprechaun dragged to their computers, trying to casually watch while they did some work, while they watched Formula One, while they played football with their children, forced to involve themselves in the vote. Staying put. That's the end of your turn. It is Snotflap's turn. Snotflip. Ranged weapon, melee weapon. Devil Goblin War Cry is also a thing you can do. As a bonus action, Snotflap lets out a war cry. All creatures hostile to Snotflap must make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. I think he should do this. Is he going to affect these creatures at all? Could do. Snotflap says,
Ah, this is pissing me off. I just want to go to sleep. I'm sick of the bandits and the fire. And I'm sick of these motherfucking dwarves in this motherfucking castle.
he doesn't know it's a tower.
I'm gonna eat you up!
He says, all creatures hostile within 30 feet. Which is just this one. I actually thought he was closer. You know what? He ports into the middle of them.
Ah!
Now they all have to make wisdom saving throws at a DC of 14, which is insane. Why did I set it so high? We'll go from top, middle, right. 1, 2, 3. 2 saves. The top one here is frightened of Snotflap. Confused and feared. This one is now frightened of Snotflap, which I believe means cannot move closer to him. He has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and it can't willingly move closer to Snotflap. Snotflap has used his bonus action to teleport, and then also used his bonus action to use a war cry. So I guess that's the end of Snotflap's turn, because I don't know how to play D&D. The Spectre will rush after Snotflap once again and attempt to drain the life from him on a natural 1. Roll me a d20, chat. Not sure if a lot of this stuff will apply, but maybe you'll hit on one that does. I have a fumble table. take the first number that comes out of it. What was that? A 17? Because we just need a quick answer, don't we? This is the wrong table. A 17. Yeah, this doesn't work. This creature cannot be exhausted. Otherwise, it would have taken a point of exhaustion. But it cannot. Ravioli says, we can win this. I believe in us if we simply use money. Thank you, Ravioli, for the cold hard cash. 5 towards a wheel spin. Miss from this creature. Now the 2 that are flanking Lyri will attempt to attack as well. One has disadvantage, this one. A 10 is a miss. This one does not have disadvantage. A 12, a miss. Swiping at Lyri, these things moving and shifting through the air, these strange ghost-like dwarves that are translucent and kind of blurry. Lyri kind of just moving, half asleep still from barely waking up 12 seconds ago, and just vaguely moving out of the way of the grips and grasps of these ghosts. It is now Lyri's turn. Would you like to show the... I guess I'll just go show ring? Yes, no. If you vote no, then we'll go into a full thing, but you can attempt to redo your previous turn because you got fucked over by Shadow the Wreck God. That scumbag, by paying to lose. Shadow said, I pay to lose. Right here. Unanimous. A unanimous chat? Why, this has never happened before. It cannot be. Oh, it's not unanimous. Who fucked it up? Plum Rug and Gnome Nipples? I was actually going to give you a bonus if it was unanimous. I was going to give you a bonus. Pulling out the ring. Showing it. By lantern's light. The dwarven ring that was gifted to you by another dwarven ghost from a different dwarven... You're starting to pick up on a theme here, I think, right, guys? A different dwarven ghost at a different dwarven ruin, showing it towards these dwarves. They look at this thing, and they seem to be sort of slightly perplexed. There is a moment where they sort of stabilize in that erratic movement that they have. As they focus on this ring, almost as if they're grasping at memories that they've lost. Let's have a charisma roll with disadvantage for you are not unanimous. This is just a basic charisma, not a persuasion or anything, but just straight up charisma. To which you have a +3, and we will roll. We'll take the lowest of both numbers. First one being a 6, and then roll again. Let's see if you can roll lower than a 6. Dirk says, but we can win this. I believe we can. Dirky Dirk screams, with money. Money, money, money. screaming from the back rows. Durky Dirk says, we can win this with money, I believe in us. Penny says, we can. Penny says, I earned this money working with my turtles. My turtles. Have the money. Please. The turtles needn't have it. You've rolled a 9. Their faces do that Bilbo thing. Where they're like... and they don't seem to give a shit about this ring. You present the ring to them. There is a moment where they're almost sort of... They almost recognize it, but then they go back to their erratic, malicious looking, ghostly ways and attempt once again to start attacking Lyri. Let's spin the wheel. See if this does anything for you. Trapped again. Caught. Lifted up into a bubble of death. Turning upside down and caught in a literally like the thing that whatever his name is from Avatar The Last Airbender creates. It's the end of your turn because you are now trapped. It is Snotflap's turn. Snotflap says,
I said I was gonna eat every single one of you, and I'm just gonna eat every single one of you.
attempting to strike at the nearest creature with this dagger in melee. An 18. This is a magical weapon, so this will simply do the amount of damage that it's supposed to. 13 damage. This dagger, he slices it through this creature. As he does so, sparks of arcane energy lift off of this thing, almost as if he was grinding metal, you know? Sparks of magical energy as this warp dagger slices through this creature. It lets out a kind of ghostly wail. Snotflap dealing damage to this spectre, but I think is going to remain where he is. It is now the spectre's turn to attempt to strike out at Snotflap. A 16 is Snotflap's AC. So this will hit, draining Snotflap's life, dealing 7 necrotic damage and causing him to need to make a Constitution saving throw, or their hit point maximum will be reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. This reduction lasts until the creature finishes a long rest. The target dies if this effect reduces its hit point maximum to 0. Things just got more dangerous, baby, and the only way you can win is with money. At this point, the only way you can ever hope to win con save, Snotflap.
Okay.
18 makes it.
Snotflap's strong. Snotflap's bloodline has been reduced down specifically to Snotflap. Every one of my family members is dead and lives within me, for I consumed them.
The specters will now attack Lyri, who is caught in a trap. Does this give them advantage to hit Lyri? I'm going to say no, because Lyri's kind of turning around upside down, spinning about. And don't forget I did that for you, because I could have given myself advantage on these attacks. But I think maybe it's just as difficult to hit Lyri while they're being turned around in Aang's airbending ball. Disadvantage on the first one because Snotflap feared it. A 10 is a miss. And then natural 1. Roll me a d20, chat. A d20, chat. For another natural 1 has come in. We'll take the first number. A 9. Doesn't affect the ghost, I'm afraid. Does not affect the ghost. The ghost has no muscles. I'm sorry to tell you. Do we have a wheel spin? No, but we do have a big thank you towards 54 Aqua Snakes. If Aqua Snakes wants, at any point I will spawn 54 Aqua Snakes into this combat. If 54 Aqua Snakes simply just has to say the words, I spawn 54 Aqua Snakes, and they will appear. And then will make themselves the most hated person in the chat room. As you inevitably kill every party member of the group. It is now Lyri's turn, and this is just a strength saving throw. You've got to try and break out of the trap that was spawned by Dirk. Was it Dirk that spawned the trap? The ghost of Dirky Dirk. Caught in a trap. Caught in a mind hole of money. Anonymous creeps in again. Whoever you are, Anonymous, I appreciate you very much. I may not look like it, but I'm very appreciative. I may not sound like it because I don't do the thing that other streamers do where they're lying to you, by the way, when they do it, and they go, oh my god, thank you so much, thank you so much. I know I don't do that, but inside I am doing that. And I'm wearing a girl's hoodie, so you can't get mad at me because I'm a girl today. Anonymous said, I want to spin that wheel, bitch. What is the result of the strength save? And then we'll spin the wheel. You have a +3 to your strength saving throw. Guys. Is that a 10? A 13? You break free. The spell is broken. Lyri breaking free once again of the bursting the bubble of this kind of air trap that seems to be summoned up underneath them every now and then, and landing as these two creatures continue to swipe and grab at Lyri, attempting to drain Lyri's life. It is time to spin the wheel, courtesy of Aqua Snakes and Anonymous and Penny. Wild magic. I'm going to make this be a normal wild magic, I think. Right? I think in combat, normal wild magic is the most fun. So this is what, a D100? D100, guys. Here we go. 60. Oh, I only have one page of it. Where's the other page? $60. You regain your lowest level expended spell slot. There is no such thing, so I will give you your second wind or your action surge back based on a D2. You eat the second wind 1, action surge 2. 1 second wind returns.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
I keep meaning this button. I click it and it does that, but it should do this. Although it is funny when you guys, you need to say to me. Instead, you should say, you know, when you guys spin the wheel and it lands on like trapped.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
That's what it should be. You now have your second wind. Now, you do have a bonus action here, but there's no point in you using the second wind because you're at full health. So, do you want to move? Yes or no? In the chat room. I'm guessing no because you already voted no. But if I see an overwhelming amount of yeses in the chat room, I will change it. You can do that. You can do what you want. You're playing the game, not me. I am but running the game. But running? No. Okay, Snotflap's turn. Snotflap will once again attempt to attack this Spectre. A melee strike. A 10. Swing and a miss. The creature, the ghost of this dwarf, kind of moving out of the way of this swing of Snotflap's dagger and appearing behind him to hit him, or attempting to hit him with another life drain. On a 12, that'll be a miss. A life drain towards Lyri at disadvantage for the feared one. 6 is a miss. A life drain from the non-feared one. And 18 is going to hit Lyri here, dealing 9 necrotic damage. I need a Constitution saving throw from you in the chat room. ! Roll d20 to roll the dice. You have a +4 to your con save here. Whatever dice you roll, we had a 4 to it. You have to beat a 10. You do, however, either way, take 9 necrotic damage. Zamage, as it is known in French. Zemage in French, which translates roughly to the word damage in English. I bet you didn't know that I was fluent in French. I bet you didn't know that. Did you? A 9 plus 4. I don't know what number that is. 22. A 22 is a success. You don't have to worry about your hit point maximum being reduced, but you do still take that necrotic damage. It is Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? The classic options are attack, melee, disengage, run away, move without disengaging, dodge, equip bow, potion of charisma. What else? What is that thing actually called? Yeah, it's potion of charisma. Step into a third trap. Crack out our incredible dwarf impression again. Roll again and get trapped. Money. Show ring.
Spectres are actually, I've looked up all of the stats in the game, and actually spectres are resistant to non-magical damage and immune to charms, so choose wisely. Actually.
Alright. I know what type of player you are at the table. I think we know.
I didn't need to.
Even worse, by the way. Even worse that you wrote that. I know you have no concept. Because you are just...
Lyri would know that, actually. My character would know that.
the worst type of player. The worst type of player. At any D&D table. Second worst, actually. I'd rather have a plasma than the person who, like, hoards all of the loot for themselves. That's the worst player. The player that does mad shit just in the attempt to get their own, to get more stuff. Or like just kills the fucking store owner in the hopes to get the magic axe that they want. Or abandons the fight so they can run to the chest in the corner. That's the worst player. Second worst is whatever Plasma Shade is doing. The Corrupt Union boss. That's exactly how I imagined Plasma Shade looked until he sent me a picture of himself and he looks like a character. It's fucking weird how Plasma has the brain and personality of the Union boss from Disco Elysium, but in the body of a character from Sons of Anarchy. It's very confusing. It's the same as me. I have the brain and personality of a big dicked fucking amazing absolute fucking beast of a human being, the best person you've ever met, in the body of whatever that character is that Orcish called me from that one movie that time. If you do now know what a Spectre can do, don't ask me. That isn't my job. I will leave. That's Plasma Shade, yeah. That he's that DM. Whatever that Reddit page was called. Little Giants. Alright, you are going to either equip the bow or crack out our incredible dwarf impression again. 1 is equip bow, 2 is do a dwarf impression. 2. Give me a performance check. +3 to your performance check. Exclamation point, roll d20. Bear in mind, you only got an incredible impression. You didn't like lock in that you permanently are able to do a perfect impression of a dwarf. You simply did it once correctly. And I know how this actually feels in real life, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just do an impression of Liam Neeson, and I'll do one and it will be so good, it's fucking crazy. And then 2 weeks later, someone will be like, I'll do that Liam Neeson impression again, and I'll try it, and it's almost as if someone else's voice is in my body. It's so bad that I can't believe that I actually got it right the first time. And this is what is happening right now. I rolled a natural 20 and then rolled a 4. So you can't just do a dwarf impression. You will always have to roll for it unless you have an actual ability or a thing, a curse or something. You know? You have a +3 to this, a 7. So a 10 overall. Alright. What does Lyri say? Is it dwarf accent or dwarf language? Can she... Dwarf? Common and celestial. Yeah, they can't speak dwarven. Normally I DM. I cannot imagine what your game is like. It has to be excruciating. Actually, it's probably not. Are all of your players like you? Where they like the way that you play? The people that play D&D the way you do? Are they like that? You wouldn't know. There's no way you'd be able to understand what they are thinking or feeling at any point, because you can't read other people's expressions. So, I don't know why I'm asking you, but I mean, I guess at your best guess, are they like you? No, he's a good DM. His wife, they're like, no, really, he's normal. We know, look, this isn't an attack, okay? It is, but it isn't as direct of an attack as you think it is. You say your king has returned. That's it? That's all you're thinking of saying? All right. Do you want to say nothing? Nothing. Your king has returned. Nothing. Pick one. I want a 10-minute Chibi. Next time he's DMing, when he's not looking, I want you to go in and film him for 10 minutes and just send it to me. I won't play it on stream. I just want to watch it myself. Just film him quietly and secretly for 10 minutes and send it to me privately. Thank you. Because I know for a fact that he wrote those rules. We found him. What was it called? The 44 DM rules or something? It's him. It has to be. There's no other way. Alright. You say your king has returned. Standing before these ghosts. Lyri channels the best impression of a dwarf that they can do and says, "Your king has returned." That's the best 10 I could do. Like, you lot are a 10 at stuff because it's average, you know? Whereas I'm always rolling natural 20s at everything I attempt. So that's how I imagine that you would do it. The ghosts do absolutely nothing. You didn't even speak Dwarvish. You just said your king has returned at a 10 out of 20 level of conviction in a dwarf accent. Abysmal. Snotflap's going to try and kill one of these creatures.
I'm gonna kill one of you motherfuckers right now.
24 hit. 6 piercing. Doesn't kill it. Does strike it. Does deal damage. The ghost wails as Snotflap runs another line of that kind of arcane, sparking energy through this creature with his magical dagger. In retaliation, the specters will attempt to drain further life from Snotflap. On a 23, he's going to hit. 7 necrotic damage dealt to Snotflap. Snotflap needing to make a Constitution saving throw. A 4 is a fail. His maximum hit points is reduced by 7. How do I write this on this sheet? -7. As this creature reaches out, Snotflap striking this creature, but as he does so, the creature grabs Snotflap's wrist, leaving a cold marking around Snotflap's blue skin.
Ah, you little shit. Ah, that hurts. Ah, I feel dizzy. Ah, I feel dizzy, Lyri. Oh shit, this could be it. I always knew it would be dwarves.
Snotflap looking pretty bad. Remember, if a creature's maximum hit points are reduced to 0, death. Instant death. An attack towards Lyri with disadvantage for one is feared. A natural 20 reduced to an 11 thanks to the fear from Snotflap. And then a second attack with no disadvantage. A 20. So this one is going to hit. Make me a Constitution saving throw, chat, as you are struck for 14 damage. The same thing happening to Lyri here. Lyri kind of dodging out of the way. Shield coming up. And then a hand reaching out. Touching Lyri. Gripping their heart. A hand reaches out and punctures Lyri's skin, incorporeally pushing through Lyri, creating this lance of cold and necrotic energy, reducing Lyri's health by 14 hit points. Lyri also feeling faint and dizzy at this point, on 5 HP. Snotflap on 8. And I need a con save from the chat room, please. We'll take the second roll. It's not looking good, guys. Time to come up with some mad shit. Remember, if you spin the wheel, the only way that you can save yourself is perhaps you'll get an instant potion. Perhaps your next roll will be a 20, a quad advantage. Perhaps you'll teleport. Perhaps a wild magic surge could save you. Perhaps you'll get a wish or something good. Perhaps you'll get an instant long rest. Perhaps you'll get a 10% boost to Diablos, which also completely restores and restores Diablos. You get another charge and you can use it again. I was joking at first, but now money might be the only way you can win this. An 18. Your hit point maximum is not reduced, but you are still on 5 HP. 5 HTP. There it is. It's time. The serpent says, you know what? I've decided the only way we can win this is with money. Let's see what you get. Spin for companion. So we're going to spin now for Snotflap, and whatever happens will either happen due to, on, or because of Snotflap. Snotflap gets some gold.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
Oh, it's all been going. To be honest with you, the wheel spins, I won't lie, have not been in your favor today. Remember, there are more good things on there than bad. Roll me a d20. Snotflap gets this much gold. Your rolls have been quite good in chat. For once, your rolls have been good, but the wheel spins have been awful. I mean, you started with a teleport and let that tavern burn to the ground, so... We'll see. 11. 11 gold. We'll take that 11. 11 gold appears in Snotflap's pocket. Snotflap says,
What the fuck is this? I don't want this.
and throws it at Lyri. You get the 11 gold. You now have 174 gold. Snotflap has no use for gold. He can't eat it. Tries to bite one of the coins.
No, that is disgusting. It tastes like ass.
Throws it at Lyri. An unfortunate wheel spin. I mean, gold would be nice if there was a merchant nearby. You can spin and a random merchant will appear who sells all sorts of curios. I feel like the merchant, when it appears on the wheel spin, should have a bunch of like full-blown like Darkest Dungeon type curios as well. You know, remind me when you spin for the merchant next, say Darkest Dungeon curios, and then I'll say, I remember, you fucking piece of shit, don't remind me of stuff. I have pathological demand avoidance, you dickhead. And you'll go, but you literally said, please remind me to do this. And then I did it, and now you're angry with me. And that's why she left me. Okay? That's why she left. Alright? That's why she packed a bag. What are we doing? Is it Lyri's turn? Yes, it's Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? Might have to be a bit of a Hail Mary here. What does Lyri do? I'll give you the classic options. Attack with melee. We'll do a second wind either way, because it's a bonus action. Disengage, run away. Move without disengaging. Dodge gives them disadvantage to hit you. Equip bow. Potion of charisma. And any other creative options. Squat to dwarf height. Hold hair over chin like a beard. Intimidate. That it? Any other creative options? Going once. Going twice. Disengage and jump in the water. You're going with the Patriot? No, what is it? Jesus Christ. What is the movie where he jumps off the thing? Metal Gear Solid 3. Pass the dwarves of Foster's and leg it. Throw all of our gold in the air and shout, "Your dwarves, remember who you are." Okay, there you go. There's your options. The fugitive, thank you. You're going to do a fugitive ending to the combat. Oh, they're gonna do it. You guys are gonna do it? You guys are crazy. It's time. Leary transforming into Harrison Ford in real time. Polymorphed. Do we still have that mermaid potion? You do. You don't have it equipped. Disengage and jump in the water. All right. I think this is what happens. Oops. I think this is what happens. Jesus Christ, Bradley. I don't need to narrate this because this is exactly what happens. That's Leary. These are the ghosts. This is the edge of the cliff. The ghosts are reaching for you with their little ghostly hands. And stepping out from the tower is an individual known as the Hollow One. A skeletal figure wrapped in swirling mist.
I've been waiting for this.
A unique wraith.
Nobody
Variant
interfere.
boss battle.
This is where it ends. Snake!
And then this is exactly how it looks.
Don't die on me yet.
And this is where we're at. Guys, this is precisely what happens right now as you leap off of this thing. Snotflap says,
Oh shit, is that what we're doing? Fuck it.
and ports away as well. Lancelot, watching, rushes to the edge, grabbing Arundite, his sword, and dives off of the cliff. Leary falls off of the cliff as you disengage and run and jump. Guys, you have two options. You have two options. The fall. Why is nothing working on my computer today? Did it end? Oh my god, is the stream crashed? Can you hear me? Jesus. Christ. Alright. We back? We're so back, baby. You have two options. The fall. Would you like to do a controlled dive? Or would you like to spread out and brace? Lyri falling off of this cliffside. The sheer height of this is dizzying. Madness as the leap from the edge of this to escape these ghosts. The ocean waiting below. Jagged rocks line the shoreline. A dive begins. An attempt at a controlled dive. I'm going to need a dexterity check. Just a straight up dex check, baby. You have a +3 to this. Exclamation point, roll d20 in the chat. We'll take the second roll as you leap from the side of the cliff. And into the swirling ocean below. What do we got? What do we have? A 14. A success. Lyri tucking their body, spinning over, and then angling themselves into a controlled dive. Slicing. It does one of those things where like it replays the dive from different angles. A perfect slice into the water. Elegant. The 3 dwarven ghosts above holding up signs. 10. 10. 10. It's beautiful. However, the 3 characters falling into the water are immediately caught by the ocean's grip. The water is deep. The tide is strong. Lyri is instantly pulled towards the rocky outcroppings. Or perhaps Lyri is being pulled further out to sea. They can't tell. Turning around, confused, underwater, lost. Which way is up? Options. Strong swimming. Or go with the flow, baby. Go with the current. Attempt to swim against the current. Go with the current. The choice is yours. What will it be? Literal naked water nymph right now. Turning chaotically in the swell of the water. Underneath. Somewhere nearby. Horrendous rocky outcroppings. Also, the deep of the ocean. What will you do? Unanimous. Going with the current. This is a survival check. Roll me a survival check, baby. +2 to this. Underwater. Take the second roll. What did I say it was? +2? +2 to this check. What do you roll, chat? What will you roll? An 11. Making that a 13. That is a fail. You had to beat a 14 for this one. Studying the flow of the ocean, allowing the current to pull Lyri away. A rogue wave crashes over Lyri as they are pulled upwards and out to sea. This rogue wave comes down. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please. +4. As you are battered by one of these waves, pulled by the current towards this rogue wave and crushed underneath the force. A Constitution saving throw, you have to beat a 12 so that you don't think I'm lying to you about these checks. 12 is the number to beat. You have a +4 to this and we'll take the second roll because it matters. It's a roll that matters. Does it have any bearing on the randomness of a dice roll? No. Is it slightly fairer that everyone gets an attempt to roll if we don't use the previous rolls as well? Yes. Is that more fun because there's lots of people in here? Yes. Is it really only 5 people playing and the rest of the people are just listening while they're doing other things on another screen? Yes. A 17. Lyri steels themselves against the wave, gripping their teeth and lips so as not to naturally find themselves inhaling seawater, turning around and around and around, allowing the current then to pull them once again away, carrying them somewhat safely, drifting towards a cove. There are 2 possible ways for you to make landfall at this point. Resurfacing somewhat, seeing the cove in the distance, seeing the rocks, seeing the beach, seeing land. Reaching shore. Reaching out, touching shore. Nearby, close to you, there are rocks. The waves aren't necessarily slamming against them right now, but it's a significantly shorter swim to actually make it to land and be on the land, the rocks. Or you can attempt to swim further to the small beach. Climb the close, slippery rocks. Swim further towards the small beach. What? There are rocks nearby that you can climb up, or there's a beach further away. You're out at sea and swimming. Two possible ways to make landfall. The choice is yours. Nearby, underwater. Snopflap chaotically teleporting. Lancelot nowhere to be seen. suffering a level of exhaustion, wearing heavy armor. Lancelot. Could be anywhere. Athletics check, please, chat. Athletics check, please. +3 to this roll. +3 to this check. Swimming. Orcish. It's exactly what it was. Swimming towards the beach. A 19. Pushing through the last stretch of water towards this sort of narrow strip of sand ahead. Lyri makes landfall, crawls up, coughing, sputtering. Next to Lyri.
Ah, shit. That sucked. What the fuck?
Crawling up, naked. Nothing but the sack of random shit that you've collected. Blue hair stuck to their body. Crawling up the shore. A blue bedraggled goblin next to you as well, spitting up seaweed. And now for the fate of Lancelot. Which honestly, we need this. You will now roll for Lancelot. 2 checks. 2 checks for Lancelot. Fate is now in your hands, chat. Why have I done this to myself? The first check. A Constitution saving throw. Lancelot has a +1 to this. Go. Exclamation point. Roll d20. Exhaustion doesn't give you disadvantage on these ones, does it? It's just skill checks. Ability checks, okay. A Constitution saving throw for Lancelot. A failure. With a 4. Who rolled it? Penny. Do not play the National Lottery. Lancelot strikes, belly flopping painfully into the water. His armor dragging him down into the water. I now need an athletics check with disadvantage. +2 to this. Rolled an easy 20, played the lottery. If you win, I want some of it because it was my fault that you won. Disadvantage, we'll take the first and the second roll. The lowest of both of those rolls, please. A 20 from Ravioli. We're going to take the lowest roll though, so the next one. Can you roll another 20? Guys, you have to beat a 12. crawling up out of the water after Lyri, after Snotflap. There he is. Lancelot dragging himself, exhausted, eyes black, grooves under his eyes from the exhaustion of the fight, the lack of sleep, and now this combat with the ghosts. Hair slicked to his face, eyes with that red ring around the iris, gleaming as he steps or, well, crawls onto the shore, turns on his back, inhaling. The three characters hauling themselves up onto the beach, exhausted, drenched, sore, but alive. An unfamiliar stretch of beach here. Are these things on here? No. Where would you be? Probably here, isn't it? Somewhere between the Whispering Winds and the Offering Tree. On this beach. Roll me a d20. Roll me a d20. Please, chat. A 20. You take the first number? Yeah, why not? Behind the characters is an abandoned fisherman's hut. A dilapidated shack with broken nets, a little rotting wooden pier, and a rusted lantern swinging in the breeze. Lyri approaches, pushes open the door, prepares for something to jump out. Nothing does. Would you like to take a long rest in the abandoned fisherman's hut? Yes. No. It's a yes or no question, Omega. It's a yes or no question, Plumrug. Yes or no are the options. Pedants. Petulant children. Yes. Omega and Plumrug. Yes. With a unanimous yes from the chat room, the three party members settle down into the fisherman's hut. All three of them falling immediately into a sleep, closing the door and sort of checking, like, you know, securing the rickety little wooden door to the best of their ability. Our three party members fall into a deep slumber. A deep slumber, I say. You feel nervous about this? You feel nervous about the deep slumber? Do you feel nervous about the deep slumber? No, says the chat room. Good, because you shouldn't. Or should you? No. Or maybe? No. Perhaps? Find out next week. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in for D&D here on Sundays. The D&D game. Lyri and friends settle down into their little abandoned hut. What could possibly go wrong? You scream. You cry. Why nothing, they scream and cry in the chat room. A literal cliffhanger. Yeah. A literal cliffhanger, I scream at the chat room. I'm gonna make some chicken. Anybody want some? I think I'm gonna make a little bit of chicken. And then I've got a couple of things to do. I might do a tiny, very brief Marvel Rivals stream, but I also might not on the second channel. I'm going to base it entirely on how much I can be bothered after I eat a bunch of food. You ever just go and make some food and then you're like, well, I don't want to move ever again. That could be where we're at. It's a Sunday. Take it easy. Thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying the stream. Thank you so much for spinning the wheel a few times. Very much appreciate it. And if you'd like to, you can tune into more D&D games on a channel called Table Story, which I co-run with a couple of pals. Tonight there is a sort of Vampire the Masquerade show, sort of, that you can watch if you'd like, called Deathless, and that starts in 3 hours. I think, yes. So you can watch that if you'd like. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm not your father, I said. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Tomorrow we're going to start Minecraft Hardcore. I don't know why I stumbled so badly started to speak there. Struggled so badly between the word hardcore Minecraft and Minecraft hardcore. Went with Minecraft hardcore. Tomorrow we're going to start Minecraft hardcore. For the first time ever in my life. Have I ever played hardcore Minecraft? I think I have, actually. We're going to play more, we're going to start Minecraft tomorrow. So tune in for that one. And we're also going to figure out what we're going to play on Tuesday. It might be No Man's Sky. What do you think? We'll figure it out.